My name is Douglas Scott. I work for QRC Tech. I'm a Director of Business Development. Work with passive survey tools, electronics intelligence. QRC Tech has been very supportive of the UDT SEAL Association, the Navy SEAL Foundation, and also NSW Kids. Primarily it started as financial. The company is very astute. It's a veteran small business out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. Of course, was founded on the principles of supporting the integration of solid technology that was necessary for the troops. And as veterans, of course, they wanted to make sure that the troops got the very best that they could get. That led into a much more intimate relationship, but bringing me on board, part of that also in business development was allowing me to pursue the charitable efforts that I was working on, primarily with the Navy SEAL Foundation and the UDT SEAL Association, which is the museum in Fort Pierce, which is the home of the SEAL teams. And as a non-SEAL, as a CT, it was a wonderful blessing for me able to participate with who really were our clients and brothers that we supported as CTs in support activity. But then when the August 5th shoot down took some of our Tier 1 assets, including CTs, we had the opportunity to participate with one of the charities much more directly, which is NSW Kids. And the others, I donated security. The company donated my time, so I was able to direct security for programs for several of the events themselves and participate in bringing delegations into the country from Iraq and many other things. It was a lot of fun. It was a wonderful program. So we're very much involved in veterans, but now we've become even more involved in the families of the active duty and those of our fallen soldiers. You know about the August 5th shoot down in 2011. In Afghanistan, we lost a very large quantity of our most elite, but it was not just SEALs. It was the fellow Naval Special Warfare operators, including 2 CTs. Naval Special Warfare is much broader than just the SEAL teams now, so there's much more integrated capability. That's your SWCC operators, the boats and everything. When we lost that crew, one of my peers, Chuck Miller, was very, very close with them, and we talked about it a great deal. He introduced me to the founders of NSW Kids, and they explained that it was actually the children. So, I mean, you can imagine, typically, we talk about our military experiences and how somebody saved somebody's life or all of the stress that was involved in that, but what we forget about is when you lose a soldier or when you have an active duty soldier out there, you have a family at home. You have a wife, you have kids. And the stresses that go there, which are really post-traumatic stress, just like we have post-traumatic stress disorders among our active duty men, and what follows afterwards. NSW Kids was founded by the children within Naval Special Warfare to help the children of the fallen soldiers, sailors, airmen that fell. And I think it's probably the single most unique experience that I've had to see accountability, to see self-reliance brought up from the children saying, hey, Mom, I want to do something for my friends who lost their dad. And to have that much loss and to go to a memorial and see the families there and realize how much distress is there. You have the opportunity to help the families across the board. So really probably the greatest story I have is getting involved with NSW Kids and having a company like QRC Tech, which is so integrated with our most elite agency and forces, being that supportive and allowing me to spend this time. This event, for example, my company has allowed me to come here and help. And it's not just business development, it's really giving back to the community that is our client. And the ability of us to have a collaborative relationship with them means also that we work with their families. So that's been a life-changing experience for me. It comes down to when you're in the service of your fellow man, the unit integrity or the fraternal culture that we have uniquely in the military. I have a very good friend, a close friend who is a fellow CT, Pete Morlock. Won't say any more than that, but a very close friend. Another one, Timmer White. There's so many others within our command that you trusted with anything that we had, but there are many friends of mine that are SEALs that I would easily trust the same. One we retired recently in last Friday, who retired from SEAL Team 3. And there's very many. I think among the SEAL teams, my brothers that serve within Naval Special Warfare with the Budweiser, all of them, any of them, anytime, anywhere. Among the CT community, there's a large quantity now, of course, that have tactical experience that's unique when you have a cryptologist, a technician, and a linguist all wrapped into one that can keep up with the SEALs, it's quite an experience. And they're amazing, an amazing group of people. And that's really, you look at the CTs that we lost in that asset. That's why they were so unique. It's a horrific loss for the military to lose that type of a unit that's trained together and integrated together. But yeah, there's a lot more than two. But those guys are worth mentioning.